Casey, come on, paws up. There you go. Good paws up.
For the last 5 months, Emily Jones has had a new companion, Casey, a service dog who helps manage Emily's Tourette syndrome. Casey is trained to recognize when Emily is having a tic attack and uses his body to help calm her down.
I can put him on top of me. It's the deep pressure therapy, so he'll basically just sit on top of me, and it helps calm me down. And so that helps with the tics to calm down, and so when I'm calmer, my tics are less, and so they eventually will slow down and stop.
Emily was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome 6 years ago at age 10, but has been ticking since she was 5. Her symptoms made everyday life a challenge, and nearly 30 medications failed to keep those symptoms under control.
Our life consisted of trying to get through the school day. Several times a week I'd have to leave work to go get her. We couldn't go to public places without planning, and we couldn't do places that were crowded because that would set her off.
Last November, Emily's mom, Monica, emailed nearly 200 service dog companies hoping to find a different way to help her daughter. Only one company, Healing Allies in Seattle, agreed to train a dog for Tourette syndrome. After months of fundraising for the dog's $50,000 price tag, Casey was shipped cross-country, and the two have been inseparable since Casey picked Emily out of a crowd at the airport.
He just knew. He went straight to Emily, and from that moment I was like, this is it. Like, we're golden. This was the right thing to do.
A trainer then stayed for 2 weeks to help train Emily and Casey.
The 2 weeks of training was more for me. So for me to learn the commands, for me to tell him the commands, for him to learn my voice, for him to learn to do it for me, not for the trainer.
Emily and her family are now working with Healing Allies, the company that trained Casey, to create a nonprofit organization to help others with Tourette's get service dogs. Emily and Monica want others to have the same life-changing experience they've had.
Come on. Casey, come on.
Where a trip to the grocery store is now an easy weekend outing.
I used to have people stare at me for my tics, and now I have people staring at me because I have a dog.
And having Casey has helped Emily find her voice.
Before him, I wouldn't talk to people, and now I can just talk. People ask me questions all the time, and I can just explain everything. I don't have to ask my mom to talk for me anymore because I can do it myself.
Emily now has her sights set on becoming a fashion designer and attending the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, where Casey will surely be along for the ride. Reporting from Manlius, I'm Katie Corrado.
Go, Plaza.